Have you ever felt as if you're not where you're supposed to be in life? Maybe you compare yourself to others and see that you're not where you plan to be. The thing is that everybody grows differently and life has different plans, but we all bloom into what we want to become. Imagine a beautiful flower garden. In this flower garden, there's different kinds of flowers of different shapes, colors, sizes. Now imagine every flower as a person. Every person is special and unique in its own way, just like a flower. Some flowers grow at different rates as well because of the care and treatment that they get. That's how I see myself, as a flower continuing to grow with the proper care. My life has been like a flower in a garden, a flower that grows from a seed and blooms into a flower. And the growth is different depending on flower to flower because of the treatment that they receive. My experience may be similar to yours, or maybe it's different. But one thing I know is that we're all unique and special in our own ways, and we may take different paths, but we eventually get to where we want to become. My life has been like a flower in a garden. It has it has gone through a lot. Despite of going through days without sunlight and dark clouds, I continue to grow and flourish into the person that I am today thanks to the proper care and treatment. Just like a seed without sunlight, my growth became my growth began to slow down because of the bullying I experienced and hanging around the wrong crowds that caused dark clouds around me. In elementary school, I was bullied because I used to wear glasses. I was tall and skinny. So I was tall and skinny, and also for being outspoken. I became very self conscious of how I looked and what I would wear, that I would look down just so people wouldn't see me. And I also began to be angry at basically myself and basically reflecting that onto other people, as in my family members, people that were close to me. And my parents thought that that was because we switched schools, but in reality, it was because of the bullying I experienced, which I never told them about it because I didn't want to bother them with anything like that because I didn't think it was important. My self esteem went down because I felt not worthy. I I, I just felt like I wasn't worthy enough. And because of that, I silenced my voice. I became very quiet, very distant, trying to become unseen so people wouldn't see me, almost like a wallflower. In high school, I started to find my voice again, and I found friends were that I considered my friends, but they were really like dark clouds. They didn't have the same values as me, but the, they didn't have the same values as me, but I knew what was right, and I knew my values. They skipped school. They didn't take school as important, and I did because at a young age my parents taught me that school is important since through what they struggled to get to where we are now because they didn't finish high school, and I think one of them didn't finish middle school in back back in Mexico, but they saw school as they saw education as something important, and I knew that too. I know that education is important, so I followed through with that too. But their lack of similar values with my friends is what drove me away from them, which made me become distant and lonely again. But because of the dark clouds of the bullying and the people I used to call friends, I became more lonely and more self-conscious than I really was. However, I needed to grow. However, I found friends that struggled just as I did, and they lacked sunlight like I did. They lacked that warmth and care that I did. Um, we learned together that we needed care and treatment, and we needed care and treatment to grow, and we learned that we can do that amongst ourselves. We learned to take care of ourselves and each other and helping each other grow. um, I I learned that I had to take care of myself and treat myself emotionally and mentally because of what I experienced. I surrounded myself with friends that had the same values as me, who helped me learn to be more open and to be a little bit less self-conscious of how I was. And even though I still struggle with meeting new people because I never know what to say, what to do, it's because I still feel self-conscious of maybe feeling that I'm not worthy of not worthy of I just feel like I'm not worthy of their time, that their time is more important than mm, of my of my worth, basically. um in high school, I met my fiance, that is the most outspoken person I know. He reflects everything with his humor, but I know it's just a front that he created as a young age. He created humor as his coping mechanism, but he taught me that you shouldn't compare yourself to others, that we all bloom in our own ways, and we're not all the same. My family was the my family were the first ones to see that I have changed as a person. I became a little bit more outspoken. I was happier than I was when I was younger, because they said that I was bitter when I was younger, and I probably was, since I was reflecting everything I was feeling. Um, I learned from his sense of humor. We joke around a lot, but he supports my life choices and I support his, and we both value school very important. We both value school as something that is important and something that we want to pursue. We both want to pursue our careers and finish school. I also learned how to grow as a person and slowly grow as I work on my self-esteem and how I see myself, and basically that I am worth the person that I am worth it, that the person I am a person who wants to grow, who wants to respect their own self. and to grow with myself, and to help myself conscious as well, to be less uncomfortable of my own self, to learn to be more comfortable with my own, to be more comfortable with my own self. um, Starting conversations is a little bit difficult for me because I don't know what to say, or I don't know what to say, and I don't want to be a bother, so I try to stay away and basically just keep to myself. If you see me that if you see that I am like not talking to you or anything like that, it's not because I think any less of you. It's just that I think less of myself. I don't have that much self-confidence right now, so I'm working on it. And of course, my self-esteem doesn't help with that too. um, I'm careful of what I say so that way it doesn't offend other people, but the thing is that I'm afraid of people making fun of how I talk, because sometimes I get my words confused, and that's a little bit difficult for me to it's difficult for me to actually grow from that. it, it's hard for me to learn to it's just hard for me to you know get my words out. um and I really feel self-conscious on how I talk sometimes, because I confuse words or mix up words and letters, and I just feel like people are going to make fun of me of that. With the help of my friends, that we take care of each other, we grow, we be with the friends I have from high school that were the ones who we helped each other grow. They helped me grow into the person that I am now and who I really want to become. My life has been like a flower in a garden, a flower that grows from a seed and grows into a flower. But with the growth, but a flower always, mm, but the thing is that flowers grow differently depending on the care and treatment that they get. We shouldn't compare ourselves to others, since we all are unique and special in our own ways, and we grow differently and at different rates. In conclusion, we all have experienced those dark clouds in life that may have affected our growth, but with the proper care and treatment, we may with the proper care and treatment, we can fix that. We can help each other grow. And with that being said, we just have to surround ourselves with people who care about us as a person, and with people who we want to grow.